Hey guys, my name is Rayona and welcome back to my channel. So I have 2 packs of FreeTress Braid hair. The color is OM27. It's 28 inches and it was about $8 a pack from my local hair store, but I really liked how much color was in this hair. Now I'm going to get started on my freshly washed hair. First, I'm parting my whole head into 2 sections. The top section is for my feed-in braids and the bottom is for my box braids. Then I just put my hair into 2 ponytails, and I'm going to be starting with the bottom ponytail to do my box braids. So I parted my hair in a small section. This is the amount of hair I'm going to be using for 1 box braid. I want my braids to be fairly small. I'm also going to use this Shine-In Jam on my roots. And this is about how much I'll be using of it. I'm putting the jam around my roots and smoothing it down on my hair. I'm also using this Cream of Nature argan oil on the rest of my hair that I'll be braiding. And I'll use about this much product. And I'm just working it through my hair. To start my braid, I'm going to break the braiding hair apart into 2 even sections. Next, I'm going to overlap and connect the sections like so. Then I'm going to hold the center of the braiding hair with my thumb and pointer finger. And I'm not really sure how to explain this part, but I like twist it and put my pointer finger and thumb and grab that piece. So I hope that helps. Now I'm using my right hand to grasp my hair and the braiding hair, and I'm dividing my real hair into 2 sections like so, but it's 3 strands of braiding hair, and then I just start braiding. And I make sure the start of my braid is tight, so I braid this part slowly and I pull tightly as I go. Then I just start braiding all the way down. I braid as far down to the bottom of the hair as I can get, so that way the hair doesn't unravel. And this is what the braid is looking like. Now I'm just going to show you row by row how my box braids turned out, so enjoy. Now on to the feed-in braids. I'm making sure my middle part is straight, and I divide the rest of my hair into 2 sections. And this is my first time doing feed-in braids, so bear with me. I'm going to show you how I did it. And it was difficult for me at first. I ended up redoing a lot of my feed-in braids. But first, I part my hair so that I can braid it. And then I use some Shine-In Jam and I work that into my roots and the start of my hair. I also put the argan oil on my ends and middle parts of my hair. I then used an edge brush to smooth down my edges and the start of my braid. I'm going to use the same amount of hair that I use for my box braids, so these braids will be small as well. Now I'm going to start dividing the hair into multiple smaller pieces, about 4 to 5, and this is the size. Then I start the cornrow like I normally would, and I braid a few pieces of my hair. Then I take one of those smaller pieces of the braiding hair and I just add it right in. While I'm adding it, I'm just making sure I got a good grip on the fake braiding hair so that it doesn't come out while I'm doing the braid. And I'm just basically tucking it underneath the braid. And I just continue this process with all the pieces of the braiding hair. I braid a little and then add another piece in. And once all the pieces are added and I'm content with the braid, I just braid it all the way to the bottom.
Perfect. Perfect.
And this is the right side of my head, which is completely finished. And you can see what my braid pattern looks like. I'm finally finished, and I want to say it took me about 12 hours to do this style. I'm really proud of myself because those feed-in braids were a challenge for me. Now my middle part is a bit crooked. I didn't realize that until I was almost finished. So the left side has 10 braids and the right side has 9, but you can't really tell. It still looks good. It doesn't look that uneven, but I'll improve on that. I also dipped my hair in hot water so that it could set, and I really like the length of these braids. I think my box braids and parting in the back looks great and neat. So guys, I really like how my hair turned out. It was definitely a challenge doing the feed-in braids, but the box braids were easy. I'm used to doing those, and I also love this color, but I don't like how the ends of the hair set in the hot water. That's why I prefer expression hair, but they did have a color like this, but it wasn't as much of the 27 color. It was more of the black color and then a little of the 27 color at the bottom. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this style and how I did, and any other type of braids or cornrow styles you want to see from me.